Hi guys, welcome to the preview of the first ODI between India and Australia. It's time, and I think it's been a very long time since we have seen India and Virat and Rohit play for India in the ODI colors as well. The last match that they played, they won an ICC trophy, and now when they start their journey yet for another ICC trophy. It'll be a race against time, especially for Rohit, given his age and fitness. But sources tell us that. Virat Kohli is a confirmed selection for the ODI World Cup. But let's not talk about that at the moment. They have come back, but obviously the captain is new, but the team is still the same. So, Rehan, what do we expect from the first ODI?
I see India looks strong. They have the experience in Virat and Rohit. That is the focus, the eyeball, I think, of the series. The focus on Rohit and Kohli would be the key. But having said that, see, Rohit Sharma is actually taking a place of a youngster called Yashasvi Jaiswal. And I think it wouldn't be fair on him if Rohit Sharma is not aiming at 2027. If Rohit Sharma is looking at 2027, then his selection is right and he should definitely be playing. But if he is not looking at that World Cup, then I think he should make way for Yashasvi Jaiswal in the future. But coming to this series, I think a big challenge for Shubman Gill. Uh, he would be really excited for this. Although the Australian team doesn't look that strong, there are a couple of new faces in that team. It's not on its full strength, but still, it's an Australian team playing at home on the bouncy wicket of Perth, so you don't know which way it will go. It'll be interesting battle between the Australian bowlers and the Indian batters.
And to add to what you have said just now, their bowling attack looks pretty decent with Mitchell Stark, Adam Zampa playing the second and the third one, and Josh Hazelwood in the ranks as well. So obviously the battles to watch out for become very evident. Mitchell Stark versus Rohit Sharma in the power play, and Josh Hazelwood versus Virat Kohli, the RCB teammates. But I would like to point out something. During the recently concluded Test series in Australia as well, we started at Perth and Kohli scored a century, and then we ended at Sydney, and Kohli ended his Test career. Similarly, this series starts at Perth and ends at Sydney. Hopefully, he does not retire. Yeah, apart from that, obviously, India going into the tournament, or sorry, the series as favorites as well. Just like you said, the batting is not as great as you expect the Australian batting lineup to be. There's no Steve Smith, there's no Glenn Maxwell, there's no David Warner. Just the two experienced people in. I think it's Travis Head and Mitchell Marsh who will open, and there's Manas Labuschagne who will slot in at number three or number four. Apart from that, there's no one who we know who bats decently. Josh Inglis is there. He can be a thorn in the flesh, especially with Bumrah not around. And yeah, I think Alex Carey comes in for the second and the third ODI. So Australia obviously become much stronger with Zampa also coming in for the second and the third one. So for the first ODI, I think you would agree with me when I say that India go in as heavy favorites.
Definitely, I think the batting wicket of Perth would suit India
Correct.
with the way they play, and it's Virat's favorite ground, as we all know. So I think that India would be comfortable in their first match against the Aussies. It is just that I think the combination should be right for
Correct.
India. I think that they will play Nitish Kumar Reddy as that fourth seamer
I
on
agree.
that wicket. And yeah, I mean, for Australia, if they want to win, they would have to look at wickets in that middle part. I think a power play will take care of itself with Mitchell Stark and Hazelwood being there. It is just that when you don't have Zamba in the first ODI, they'll have to find ways of tackling the middle overs where it is difficult to take wickets because the ball wouldn't be turning that much. And the experience of Cooper Conley and the
Yeah.
other spinner, I'm not sure who would be
Matt
playing.
Kuhneman.
Matt Kuhneman would be playing, so they are not that experienced.
Agree.
Uh, Apart from that, Australia definitely have a weakness in their top order, I think. And with Cameron Green not being there, it makes things much difficult for them to
Agree.
find that balance in the squad.
Mhm. And early predictions for the series. First, obviously, we talk about players to watch out for. We'll not do Indian players to watch out for because we know the answer to that. Australian player to watch out for.
Mitch Marsh is what I think who would be amongst the runs. And for bowlers, I think it's a pretty obvious choice with Mitchell Stark. I think at the death as well, he'll be very handy with that old ball.
Uh, You've already spoken the big names, so I'll go for a bit niche players. For batsmen and like more of an all-rounder, I'd go for Mitch Owen. Um, in the recently concluded South Africa tour of Australia, I saw his batting and bowling a bit. He plays decently well, and in place of Cam Green, Australia would rely more on him. And in terms of bowlers, I would like to see how Nathan Ellis performs because. He was there in the Champions Trophy as well as one of their leading bowlers when Mitchell Stark was missing out and Pat Cummins as well. So once Pat Cummins is fit and obviously available for selection, he returns as a captain. So there's no place for Nathan Ellis. So important to see if he can make his mark over here and maybe Pat has to drop Josh Hazelwood or anyone else, whatever. That's something that they can decide later. Yeah, and early predictions.
I think Australia might win this one, even though India are the
First
stronger
ODI.
team. No, not the first ODI, but I think I'm speaking about the series as a whole. I think it would be 2-1 and Australia to win it, only because they are playing at their
Home.
home conditions.
And predictions for the series highest run scorer for overall across both teams, bowling and batting.
I think Shubman Gill should be the highest scorer. I
Okay.
would be surprised if it's anyone else from the Indian team. And for Australia, I would say, since I have picked Mitchell Marsh, I think I'll go with him. And in terms of wickets, if Kuldeep gets an opportunity to play all the games, although he is not there in my playing 11, but if he makes it to the 11, I think Kuldeep will have that major impact. Or else it could be Arshdeep Singh.
Okay. Uh, my Australian highest run scorer would be Travis Head, obviously. Rohit coming to Australia, India, blue jersey, he'll be kicking himself to get more runs. And bowler, I think, yeah, obviously Mitchell Stark. My Indian prediction is highest run scorer would be Virat Kohli. And it's more of a hope, let's say that. But wickets, obviously, I'm sure Harshit Rana would be the leading wicket taker in this series. Jokes aside, that's it for the preview of the first ODI. Do tune in and enjoy Diwali. I think two stalwarts of Indian cricket are returning this Diwali to make it auspicious. Hopefully, India wins at 3-0, which has been my pre-series prediction. Let's hope that it continues to stay true. It is true until now because it's 0-0. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching and do tune in tomorrow for the preview of the second ODI.